Greetings, everybody. This is for Friday, May 22nd. Apparently, you guys are special. So, your energy asks for a completely different style of deck for connecting energies, if you're familiar at all with my readings. I look at light and shadow energy for the date specific to birthdays on May 22nd. These are timeless readings. They don't necessarily have to be May 22nd, but that is the intention. So look at light and shadow energy, what balances inner, outer, and it's really just to help you know what to pay attention to and look at the connecting energies between each section to kind of just give you some guidance for your own healing, life, journey, what have you, however it applies. So I did spend a few minutes kind of trying to get into your energy for those whose birthdays are on May 22nd, which is Friday. And I kept seeing a dog, a big dog. It looked like, at first I thought it was a wolf, but I think it was actually a husky. So someone whose birthday is on May 22nd or thereabouts, it has a husky, and it kind of seemed a little unruly. Either a youth or young adult is kind of how the energy came off, and basically the energy of it was poor baby needs a little guidance in his own right. I don't know if this husky is actually male or female, but kind of just by the energy kind of felt male-ish. So if you have a husky that fits that description and is a little out of bounds, he needs to get out and run more, and could probably benefit from a little bit of expert guidance, if you will. And I know that's difficult right now, but maybe do some research or see what you can do. But he's a character. He's a character. He came through pretty strong. So hopefully that fits someone and is confirmation that these messages may be for you. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading and see what comes up for your shadow energies, what messages they have for you, your light energies, what messages, what to pay attention externally, what to pay attention to internally, and again, the connecting energies between second birthday. So yeah, I am pretty behind. I don't know if it's the retrogrades or what all's going on, but and if you hear a bunch of background noise, it's cities doing some stump removal and people doing yard work and whatnot. But anyway, there's been a lot of heavy energy for me personally, a lot of super deep soul lessons that have been really difficult, really challenging. Some of the hardest ones to date, I would say. Alright, Friday, May 22nd, unbiased. What do your shadows have to talk about? Shadow energy. What are the shadow messages for birthdays Friday, May 22nd? Shadow energies. need one, guys. There we go. And what are the challenges for the shadow messages? Ooh. What are the challenges? That one tried. The way I see it is, since I jump read, meaning I let the cards come out of their own or guidance. If it doesn't, pretty much fly out or flip completely over, it's iffy. And if it's intended, universe will definitely make sure of it. I have to start angling these. Light energy, those are light messages. What are the light messages for those whose birthdays are May 22nd? Wow. You guys are talkative. And what are the challenges? Too many. Challenges are the light messages for those whose birthdays are on May 22nd. Challenges for those whose birthdays are on May 22nd. And what is the balancing energy? Balancing energy. Light and shadows. What is the balance between the light and shadows? Outer energy, please. May 22nd, advice. Inner energy, please. May 22nd, advice. May 22nd, unbiased. Inner energy, please. Inner energy. Ooh, you guys aren't wanting to talk about what's going on within, huh? Inner energy, please. May 22nd, Friday, birthdays. Guys, what is the inner energy for those whose birthdays are on May 22nd? I'm feeling like maybe there's a secret in here. I mean, I'm just guessing because obviously this deck tends to be a little talkative. Inner energy, Friday, May 22nd. Unbiased. Inner energy, birthday's May 22nd. Talk to me, guys. Wow. There it is. Interesting. Took all that just to go to these ones. Alright, now I have never used this deck for connecting. This is Intuit Oracle. This is one you can only get through the website. It is a land-based deck. So they are They're different. They're not a standard tarot. And this is what you guys called to, so that's what we're using. He's got quite a few reversals here. I'll get into it in just a second. I don't actually pay much attention to the cards until after they're out, because how they interact. And I always kind of feel like it can be confusing if the combined energies change what comes through, which can happen because energy is fluid, and it clarifies. And each card, they have traditional standard meanings or whatnot. I'm an energy reader, so for me, getting as much of the energy out really kind of defines the meaning, the definition, and each deck has different, it pulls different energy. So, all right. Outer light, what is, well, all right. Light and inner. Inner and shadow. And outer and shadow. I'll try to. See what we've got going on here. And at the end, I do get an oracle card for clarity, to bring the reading together, advice, suggestions. And I do read from the books on those because the messages are so long. How one part resonates for someone may be different than another part. So that's kind of the longest part of my reading. I need to start looking more into animal symbols. I feel like with this particular card, and unfortunately I don't know animal symbols, but I really feel like the fox and this Ace of Wands, that came out reversed, but I do feel like that's significant. There it is, upright. And in particular that it's a Ace of Wands, but there's 3 fox. I have a feeling that's going to be significant. I don't know if it's specific to the fox or if it's the fact that there's 3. interesting to see how that's a shadow energy. This is a really ending. This is where it starts. Let's keep it reversed. Transition. Okay. Everything here is pointing to somebody being on a serious journey into enlightenment. There's a lot of activity going on at the soul level, as well as the external. I feel like somebody's really working very hard at connecting with, I don't even want to say necessarily working at, but somebody's really moving into their higher self is what I'm getting out of this. I mean, we have two birds here, flight, ascension, rising. They mean something different. The eagle on the card says challenge, the status quo, opportunity, new hope, perspective, clear vision. I think that kind of fairly well indicates, that whole ascension process, the purpose. The hummingbird, enjoyment, be present, rapid response, resilient, lift out of negativity, lightness of being, kind of says it right there. Then we have death reversed and the ace of swords. Now, swords can be all kinds of things, but if you look at this card and the energy is just, upright, it just communicates that that rising into communicating with the higher self, going into the light, and it almost looks like these geese are almost worshiping it. One might be communicating in an aggressive manner, but it came out reversed with the death card, and I love this one. Phoenix, which also came out reversed. Ace of Swords reversed would be stuck in anxiety, stress. But with that death card underneath, it seems like more it's a letting go. It's a letting go of control. It's a letting go of being stuck in the mind. It's a letting go of the traps of thought. Then we have the Ace of Wands, which is also reversed. I kind of feel like it's the same message, only a different aspect of self, especially with the Empress card and Ace of Cups reversed as the balancing energy. I'll get to that in a minute. I feel like normally reversed aces are not a great thing. It's what they're surrounded by for me. So that's kind of how I get the message. This is really just kind of letting go of preconceived notions, of attachments, of energies maybe that have been sticking around that needed to be released. All of these aces, I feel like, is exactly that. You have 3 out of 4 aces out. They're all reversed. And I really feel like this is more about balancing that inner energy with the Empress, the King of Pentacles, and the Death card. Connecting the Death and Ace of Swords reversed. And the Ace of Wands is garden, public venue, society, crowds, audience, party, meeting, event, date, community, outdoors. I really feel like what speaks here, society, crowds, audience, kind of a letting go of ego, really. Wands speaks to creativity, imagination. It can also speak to passionate connections. It can speak to fiery new starts, brand new beginnings. So it can have, in a lot of readings, not such a great positive energy. In this case, I really am feeling like this is releasing something in your energy, in your life, in your way of being that just isn't serving you. Maybe it carried a lot of passion or fiery energy with it. It could be that you started something that you realize no longer fits, isn't what you thought it would be, which would kind of speak to the Ace of Swords and the Death as well. Like you really had this belief, this idea that this would be a great new start, a great beginning, a stable, passionate experience. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a project. It could be a degree program. It could be a job. It could be anything, especially with this King of Pentacles here. It could be anything. But it's not fitting. So it's time to just cut it out. And you've been holding on to it because of effectively peer pressure. Whatever your social dynamic, it could be a spiritual dynamic, it could be family, it could be friends, but whatever it is, it's those things around you that kind of have instilled your beliefs and values, and you're realizing this isn't actually what I want. This isn't actually what speaks to my true self. And there was all this energy put into these ideas, but they just aren't fitting you. Next to that, between that inner and your shadows, is Uranus, ruler of enlightenment. Kind of says it all. Free spirit and opportunity, embracing the unknown, jumping in and doing it, originality, individuality, technology, innovation, rebel without a cause. It's also representative of Major Arcana, the Fool, which is all those things: willing to take a risk, take a leap of faith, to jump into something new. 3 of Cups as your shadows, and King of Pentacles. I have a lot of shadows in this. One is collaboration, and the other one is balance, water, earth, energy. And a balancing, sharing. I suspect that, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Challenge of status quo. Lift out of negativity. And the balancing card, in between your shadows and your light, Ace of Cups reversed. Between the connecting energies and your light energy, which is empowering, the shadows, the challenge, King of Pentacles, the Fool, challenge the status quo. That's exactly why. The people around you are not going to understand what you're doing. And the people that you perceived as loving you, being supportive, being contributing, they're going to think you're making a mistake. King of Pentacles. And it's really balanced energy, but with everything around it, it's earth energy. That means the material world, the external world, the concrete world. And it's in reference to those around you, your partners, your collaborators, it could be seen as a reconciliation in some cases, not in this one. Between the Fool card and challenge the status quo, you're getting into your own power. You are discovering who you actually are, and you are being true to that. You are living in your authentic self. You are developing your authentic self. Lightness of being between your light and your outer energy. The Ace of Wands reversed is an inner acceptance and letting go of some of these things, some of these relationships, some of these projects, some of these ideas. And some of them you may have at one time been passionate about. Embracing the unknown. Freedom. Expression. So unfortunately, it does happen that when we begin to find our own power and our own voice, not listening to the words of others, not listening to what they think is best for us in this concrete world, when you're on a spiritual and healing journey, being in your highest power, sometimes, unfortunately, that means we have to let go and start over. A new beginning. And this is the best way to have a new beginning. This is the best way to get into that true start with a solid and stable foundation. Because what's going to happen after all of this is all of these energies are going to turn around. They are going to turn around and bring you or rather not bring you, you're going to draw in all of these anew the way they should be for you. Right now, it's probably a purging process. You may find that at a certain point, you may go through what's considered what's called dark night of the soul. And in my playlist, there's some recommendations if you find that taking place that can really help guide you through that process. It is not a short experience. It is not an easy experience. It is not a fun experience, but it does release you from all of these flipped energies that are not really serving you in the long run, and turns them around. It takes time, and it can be very, very painful. If you're not already on the tail end of that. If you are, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The dark night of the soul. It's hard. It's a harsh experience, but a very healing and cleansing one. So it's a pretty direct read. I feel like this is amazing. Whoever this is for, you are doing an incredible, you have done an incredible amount of work to get to this point. And there is so much you have so much support from the universe, God, source, spirit, whatever label you want to use. It is full of light. It is full of high vibration. It is full of love and passion and everything that you have put into yourself up to this point. You have really gone the mile, and the universe wants you to know, my guides are you have a purpose. You have a greater purpose, and everything you need is coming forth. It is within you. You are connecting with it, and you will continue to rise. And you will continue to move forward. Do not let what you think you see hold you back. Whatever you think you are aware of, go within, find the light, connect with it. That's your true source. Therein lies everything you need. Therein lies everything you need, and you will be able to get all the information that you sought from that place. It is both within, and it is the universal all that there is. You are guided, you are protected, and you are needed. Carry this message forward with you. It will help you. Okay, well, that doesn't happen. That's the first in a reading. Clearly somebody has a very direct message. that this was for. I suspect that you will know who you are. And whatever it was that just came through is there is somebody specific, and you'll know who you are. So, Oracle. Alrighty. So, moving on. You have to forgive me. It takes me a minute when they come through me like that to get right again, because that's not really me. That hasn't. No wonder. All right, May 22nd, Friday. What messages, healing information do we have for those whose birthdays are on May 22nd, Friday? There we go. Between Worlds and Divine Will. 12 and 5, Between Worlds. I have a feeling whoever I just channeled for, one of these in particular, maybe for you. New direction. Between Worlds. Divine Will. Let go of fear. Whoever I just channeled for, I have a feeling this one may be the one for you, specifically. And whereas Between Worlds is going to be for the rest of the collective. And these messages could apply to, yeah, I'd like to say that they apply to more than one person. But generally when something is directly channeled like that, it's... So I said something about the dark night of the soul. That's number 11. And Divine Will is number 12. So that would suggest that whoever the channel message was for, you've already gone through the dark night or you're headed out of it. And so what Divine Will has to say is trust the path, let go of fear. Accepting that there is a divine plan for every human being, divine will is in the process of our human experience to this unique blueprint. Every culture and religion has a narrative of their creator or personal God and their relationship with the human soul or spirit. That an overall plan exists for the outcome of humanity and each individual is a concept of this belief. While divine will is the concept that there is a divine universal plan for all of us, it still acknowledges that people have free will and the potential to make choices that lead us down this path. In essence, surrendering to divine will, I can't read apparently. Surrendering to divine will allows you to remove self-blocking patterns and tendencies that lead away from your true divine purpose here on this earth. That would be all these reversals that may be getting in the way of your divine self, the Empress. You do not have to be female to be the Empress, by the way. This is an energy. We all carry masculine, masculine and feminine energies. This is just the big feminine, the culmination of all feminine energies. So okay, free will and the potential to make choices that lead us down this path. In essence, surrendering to divine will allows you to remove your self-blocking patterns and tendencies. Just read that. Currently, you are being asked to stop. Stop trying to force a door open. Your resistance will continue to make distance between you and your desired outcome. The overall picture is much bigger than you can see right now. Trust in your unique path and that you are exactly where you need to be right now, right here. Surrendering to the universe and to divine will is removing the internal fight of being in control of every possible situation. That could be another explanation of the reversals. Trying to manifest specific outcomes. Didn't even think about that. Thank you, Oracle. The internal fight of being in control of every possible situation, issue, and scenario that may or may not eventuate. When you stop and surrender, you can live freely, having a new sense of freedom and letting go of the events or circumstances that you simply cannot control. Lift out of negativity, lightness of being. Challenge the status quo, new opportunities. Embracing the unknown. So it looks like you're transitioning into that, embracing the unknown, moving towards it. Everything will always be received in divine timing. Sometimes when we work so hard at achieving a goal or outcome, it can be marred by setbacks after setback. This does not mean you will not receive success. More that you need to adjust and be open to a new approach to receive the outcome or resolution you desire. You may need to acknowledge, however, that the door isn't ready yet, or it is physically not meant to be opened by you. So the shadow aspect of this, and I'm not really seeing that here, but it might be something to just keep an eye out for. I feel like it's more of a warning, really, because we can get in our own way, even when we are in this stage of our journey. We're still human. We can still get in our own way. So I feel like the shadow aspect may definitely be useful. Unwilling to make decisions, fanaticism, avoiding responsibility. So, yeah, just watch out for that. It can catch you up. I know it does me stuff. All right. I mean, ascension or not, nobody's perfect. Between worlds, new directions, number 5. 085 represents change. The ancient soul of the sea turtle travels on many journeys throughout its physical life. The hard shell of the turtle is its home and protection. Across many religions and cultural groups, turtles can be viewed as good or bad omens. They are often visualized as the bridge between heaven and earth, and the guiding spirit that supports the world and its people. Turtles are independent travelers, always pushing forward in a new direction. The nature of the sea turtle encourages exploration and experimentation at a steady pace. Patience is needed now as you encounter new opportunities that will directly affect your life decisions. While the turtle represents the patience of life and waiting for the right time, you are encouraged not to wait too long. I feel like that's a lot of this Uranus and Fool card right here. You know, but we do still want to kind of keep in that grounded energy, keep our perspective stable. You know, clear vision that's in the eagle. Right now you may be feeling energetically blocked, physically stagnating or feeling stuck or in between decisions, there's that decision-making issue, second time, that could take you left or right, leave you worrying if you will make the wrong decision. Everything comes in divine direction with the turtle totem. Try to avoid waiting too long to seize opportunities if they present themselves while the current momentum is present. Being in the right place at the right time is essential for the turtle. Be patient but assertive. That's exactly what the Empress energy does. One of her features, anyway. A new change in career path, living arrangements, and residential locations are possible now. Your home is your sanctuary. Ensure a physically clean and decluttered atmosphere for relaxation and wellness. Pay close attention to where you direct or channel your personal energy, as you can be led down opposing paths. That's where I feel like this Three of Cups reversed and King of Pentacles could be. You know, people being discomfited and leading you down towards directions that aren't really going to be in your highest good. Listen to yourself. Listen to what's within. It will never steer you wrong. Travel and long journeys can be favorable now, including physical and spiritual quests. Anyway, let's stick with the spiritual right now with COVID. Go with the flow, enjoy the journey, and trust in the process of life. Ultimately, just like the sea turtle, you may need to surrender. Let your spirit wander and drift within the sea of life to find your direction. Shadow aspect. Irresponsible actions, financial mismanagement. For those to whom it may apply. I like the affirmation. I trust in the flow of life. I am safe and protected in my soul's sacred journey. Yeah. Kind of get that feeling. There's a lot of protection energy here. So that's it. Hopefully this helps you, and I will note in there that there is a very specific channel in the title, that there is a specific channeled message for someone. And hopefully that gets out to you. And I will see what I can do to help get that moving along. In the meantime, to all of you out there, I just want to, first of all, happy birthday. And second of all, note you are loved. Always. And unconditionally. Take care.